I have some amazing news for us. Uh, this is really good. It's so nice that I just received an email from Set Square
Yeah.
and we got into the Set Square bursary program. They selected us.
Fantastic.
I,
Amazing.
I just received an email from Monica and
Super.
I was not expecting that at all. Oh man, it's so good. And
No, I'm telling you, everybody was all like shaken after the interview, but I knew, I had a feeling. I'm telling you, they were harsh on us, but I knew that they were impressed.
oh man, it feels so great. I think it's amazing. We got one of the best incubator in Bristol now, and I think there is no looking back. We have
It's that's the top. It's the top university in the world.
in the Set Square.
Yes, it's good.
Oh yeah, I think it's the number one incubator like globally.
Yes.
Oh,
So
that's amazing.
It's the number one university incubator in the world. So any incubator associated with the university, Set Square's the biggest.
Oh man, that's amazing. You must be wondering what exactly just happened. So let me give you a quick review on what you just saw. So I'm a robotics engineer studying at University of Bristol here in UK, and I have a very simple goal that make use of robotics in such a way so that it can be used for the benefit of humans. That's it, nothing more, nothing less. So during my academic studies, I got addicted to human enhancement technologies in the context of robotics. So I spent around 1.5 years working on artificial prosthetic limbs, which is a technology which can be used for disabled people who can't walk or pick up things because they don't have limbs, legs or arms for various reasons. Mostly because of the diabetes or some accidents happen in their life. So I thought like it's a pretty good area where I can use my robotics knowledge to make something useful out of it. So after spending 1.5 years researching about these things, understanding the anatomy and all of the stuff, I came up with a proof of concept which is based on artificial intelligence and smart electronic circuit, which can actually make these artificial limbs more functional and much more comfortable for the disabled people, which is a great news. It was not an easy journey for this whole 1.5 years, and when you have academic studies, then it's really hard to manage time, but eventually I think it was all good. I mean, it turned out pretty well. So far I found out that this particular tech still needs a lot of work from mechanical design point of view and of course from AI point of view. All I know right now is that I have a tech which can work and I have results which can showcase that it has a great future in the field of human enhancement. But of course, down the line, if I'm thinking of making this as a product, a useful product for the people, you really need to make it as a product which people can buy and they can just use for their purpose. So that's why we are thinking of down the line 2 years or 3 years long project, which means we need funding and I need a lot of resources to make that thing happen. So I thought like, why not make it as a startup? So I had a discussion with my supervisor and he liked an idea, and I said like, okay, let's go forward with the startup. But here's an interesting thing. I have no knowledge about how to run a startup, like zero, completely zero knowledge. So what should I do? My university organizes an enterprise competition every year, which consists of 3 rounds. First is idea round, where you have to pitch an idea, and if you get selected, you'll go to the next round. Next round is enterprise round, where you have to submit a business canvas model, which is a nightmare, let me tell you that, because if you try to tell an engineer to design a business model, they are really terrible at it. At least I am terrible at it. So that's the second round, but somehow I managed to clear that round also. And now I'm in the third round, which is a growth stage round. So growth stage means it's not a joke. You need to have an actual business model in detail, like your market analysis, your competitor analysis, and all sort of stuff. Which of course I have no idea how. I struggled a lot while designing this business case and business model. Oh my gosh, that was a nightmare. In my experience so far, I realized that engineering is one thing and running a startup is another thing. They are like North Pole and South Pole. And if you tell an engineering mind to prepare a business case, he will struggle a lot for sure, because he never been through that process, and our mind just works differently. So that means definitely I needed a lot of support on the South Pole side of it. But fortunately, being a part of such a good university, I got a lot of support from university, and they recommended me that I should be a part of incubator. So for those who don't know exactly what incubator is a place where you get all sort of support from business side, and incubators are the best place to start for students who are absolute beginners in a startup world. So I said, okay, let's do that. And one day I received an email from the SetSquare incubator, which is, by the way, ranked twice #1 global incubator. So it was a huge deal. So they emailed me that they launched a breakthrough bursary program for the startups. Now, why this program was really important for me? Because, for example, if you try and get in touch with an incubator and if you get selected for an interview, you still have to pay some cost. Like in this case, the cost was £175 a month, and everything is included in that. You get a desk space, you get a business support. They will explain you, they'll teach you how to prepare a business model, how should be the marketing strategy, how you can attract funding, and all sort of stuff. But with this particular program, which you can think of it as a scholarship, if I get selected, I will get 75% concession on the fees. So I'll end up paying only £51 approximately monthly. So right at that moment, I knew, like, this is my shot. I need to get in there, because, and not just for this money perspective, but many of the innovative startups actually started their career from SetSquare. One of my favorite startup is Robotics. I'm not sure whether you guys heard of that, but I love that startup. They are the ones who are designing the next generation robotics gaming, which is super cool. You can just check them out. So in order to process my application through this incubator, I have to go through 3 stages. First, I have to make an application and then wait. If my application gets selected, then I have to prepare a nice presentation and my pitch, and I have to go for an interview, which is going to be like 1 hour long. By this time, I actually gathered my team also, and I have a pretty kick-ass team. I feel like that because everyone in my team is from different part of the world, and because we are from different cultures, it's really amazing how we share our ideas, and we all have a different perspective towards how we see things. So it's really fun working with them. So we all together came up with a kind of a draft, a business plan, and we went for an interview, which was on, I believe, 28th of May. And after the interview, we were quite nervous because we got a lot of critical feedback. Like some things were not so right, some things were too vague. We were not specific about what exactly we were trying to do. So we thought, like, maybe, okay, I think we lost it, because after our team, there were many teams who got interviewed in the SetSquare. But today is the day I received an email in the morning. So why this thing means so much to me? If you are an international student, I think you will understand it much better. So I'm from a different background, different culture, came to a totally new country, and being part of such a thrilling journey is truly rewarding. I have been insanely busy last year doing internships, academic studies, and this research, but I never genuinely felt that I'm working hard, because it's just so much fun working on such a cool tech which can actually make people's life better. it's just amazing. I mean, I can't express this thing enough. The main reason behind making this video, as if you see my channel, this is actually first time I'm coming on a camera and talking about something, because I am not comfortable at all on a camera. This is super weird for me. I'm not even sure how these other big YouTubers do these things every single day, man. It's just crazy. I mean, I'm still learning. So I want this YouTube channel to be part of my life as a memory, because after 2 or 3 years, if I look back, I really want to see these videos as a footstep, and down the line I may get demotivated. You never know. So I really want to have these memories which will make me remember all the time that why in the first place I started all this thing. I know right now, at this stage of my life, I have academic studies to do, I have swimming practice to do, I have this startup thing to do which is completely new to me, and I have an internship also which I'm currently doing in artificial intelligence. Sounds crazy, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna pull these things up, but I just want to crush it one way or another. Even if I fail, even if I pass, I really don't care. I just want to, I'm just so excited just to be a part of this whole journey. And big shout out to all those creative minds out there, from small towns or from different part of the world. If these videos can help you guys even a little bit, I'm happy to make these videos from time to time. I just want to say one thing, that just don't wait for anything. I feel like being a student, we always hold ourselves back because of our academic load and our studies, but I feel like we will never have enough time to do everything what we really love to do. So I think just start doing it. It doesn't matter. I failed many times, but it doesn't matter. I mean, the fun fact is, it's not a fun fact, but the fact is, because I was involved so much in this research, I actually failed to attend many of my exams, which is okay, because at the end of the day I'll complete those, not a big deal. So that's all, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Keep pushing and keep working. Thanks for listening.